Andrew is sciencing it.
Oh, shit.
I feel like this is going to be, I think this is a good idea just because I really like this, but it is very tight. So I'm interested to see, I'm going to wait and see what Andrew says though before I make a call on this. Cause this is like, I really like this.
Yeah, me too.
I want to like put the rest of this aside and come back to it later kind of like, that's how much I like it. I'm like, oh, this is great, but I don't want to drink it all now, you know?
Back in the bottle. Yeah.
I get like a toast in here now, a buttered toast, which could be some of the sherry wood coming through more.
And so that's just adding a little drop of water is just going to change the entire palate.
Changes everything.
Well,
sometimes it doesn't, but
can. It feels a little more intense in the finish. There's a little bit more burn there, and I think it intensifies the flavors in the taste as well. I think you get a lot more of that drizzled kind of snow cone bottom you were talking about. So I'd actually say water is a slight yes. It's good both ways.
I just did a
slight
drop.
yes. You gonna try it, David?
I just did a little drop with my little straw here.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we should call ourselves, instead of just calling you, we should say, are you going to try it, GlenDavid? And then you can call me GlenJoseph and I can call you GlenAndrew.
Oh, there you go.
Because it is kind of like, right?
Yeah, they're all, they're all two words. So what do you think, GlenDavid? Are you going to put some Glen water in there?
Put a little Glen water, just a drop of Glen water. What's the Irish accent? Put a drop of Glen water in there. No, that's Irish. I don't know. How do you do Scottish?
Glen, yes. Glen, I
put a little bit in, and honestly, it's weird. I didn't think about it, but it does change it a more than I thought it would. Just like a little teeny bit.
Tiny little bit.
I'm gonna give it a try. Let's see here.
It almost felt like it was stirring up the pot a bit, you know, in terms of the flavors and stuff.
I'm sciencing.
There's times though when we have the dram and add water to it, and it brings out some bad note in the flavor, and so. That's why I try to be cautious. You can always add more water in if you think it needs more after the fact.
I really like the nose. I like the nose more with the water. It, like you said, there's that nice toasty buttered toast. Like there's more savory sort of notes in there, and I really like that.
And GlenDavid, I only send over one glass, so you can't do what we're doing. Is like if you want to save it, then save it. But
now just have to drink the whole thing, I guess.
You gotta do it.
Thank you, GlenAndrew. I'm covered on this side.
Yeah, I agree with Andrew. I like it slightly better, or perhaps even quite a bit more. I'm getting pear as well with the water. I think I'm getting a bit of pear in there.
In the finish or in the taste?
In the finish. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's really good. This reminds me of that whiskey or the scotch you brought over that one night. That was the rum from the rum casks.
Oh, the Glen Scotia.
Yeah, another Glen.
Campbeltown Festival.
There was a scotch from it was a rum cask that they just aged it in.
It was finished in a rum cask, so I think it was aged in bourbon and then finished in rum, and it just takes on this kind of like tropical bananas kind of.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have a little bit of it left here.
So it ages and then like you put it into a whole new barrel just for like a tiny little bit of time?
Yeah. Well, a tiny bit in compared to like the probably aged, I can't remember what it was exactly, but 6 years in a bourbon cask and then 1 year in a rum cask. So yeah, just a bit of time, but.
Yeah. Wild. Cool.
How old is it in scotch years?
Oh yeah. Is there like an old daddy of scotch that sets the time for how long scotch years are?
Well, there are rules.
There's rules. Yeah. If it drops below 40% and every year you lose some alcohol, you lose some volume. And so it gets less and less alcoholic as it ages in a cask because the wood is natural and kind of breathes. That's what you want it to do, to pull in the alcohol and then push it out when it gets cold again. So it will eventually drop. And I had a 51-year-old bottle of 51-year-old scotch that was it was blended, but 40.7% or 40.1%. It's like they caught it just in time to put it in bottles. They got something like 100 bottles. There was very little left in.
That's amazing. And I mean, if you're aging for that long, after a certain point in time, you probably see diminishing returns, right? Like, is there a sweet spot, or is there even like, you kind of don't even know what you're going to get if you leave it in aging for that long?
I mean, it's a natural product. And so, yeah, you don't know. And 2 barrels can be right side by side, oak from the same forest stand from the same distillery, and you get different flavors out of them. It's
That's really fun. It's like a person. It's like it has its own character. It has its own identity. It's just as old as a human being.
And these master blenders are so good at that. They'll go through and they'll taste all these casks, and they'll go like, they'll marry them together to create a flavor single malt from a distillery. So like Ardbeg Ugadal we were just talking about earlier, it's just so consistent because they go, okay, a little bit more of these casks, a little more of these casks, because they all have these different flavors. And when you put them together, you want it to come up with a single consistent flavor. So when you go to Lagavulin, boom, that's what I'm going to get. That's what those master blenders are all about.
I'd be curious about your opinion. We went to, ooh, look at that. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Ardbeg. We went to
the pirate scotch.
The pirate scotch.
Ardbeg.
Pirate scotch. We went to a distillery that was trying to reinvent, what is it called? Lost Spirits?
Lost
Distillery?
Spirits in downtown LA, yeah.
Are you pro or con trying to make age happen faster?
I'm all for it. I had their whiskey offering is Abomination. I had it the first year. It wasn't very good, and then it's subsequently gotten better year after year as they're kind of refining the process. I'm all for it. Like let's try all sorts of things to make whiskey. Let's
totally.
give it a shot. I want to try everything.
Out there, I don't know if you guys have talked about this place before, but they try to shoot lights at liquors to artificially do the aging process faster, but still authentically. And so they'll make like a 12 aged whatever, even if it's rum, in like a month.
Yep.
And
he's a mad chemical scientist. He's really smart. They got a lot of great people working there.
I mean, clearly we love science because we're doing it on this show, right?
Science.
And back when we can, again, we should go on a tour of Lost Spirits Distillery.
We did the tour. It was weird, really fun and crazy. Okay, I won't tell.
Spoilers.
I won't spoil it. It's very fun. It's definitely worth it. There's some weird, like, what are we doing? It's like, wow, that's crazy. Pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely like a journey and a performance.
I'm very excited.
I have a cat in my lap, so I have to pet him with both of my hands for as long as I'm able to do so.
All right, well, that's the Glentauchers.
First one.
And as a guide to pronunciation of Scotch whiskies, the CH is often like a K, but it's a K, like Bruchladi.
So is that Glentauchers?
Glentauchers.
Glentauchers.
I'm actually a decent part Scottish, so I'm very excited.
So am I.
Oh yeah?
I'm a quarter Scottish Canadian.
Oh, sick. You probably even beat me. I'm probably like an eighth or something like that. My father's middle name, which is somewhere in the family, is McIntosh with just one C. Or from the McIntosh clan.
No kidding.
Do you like those apples?
What? Yes. Do you like them apples? Oh, Macintosh apples.
How do you like them apples?
How do you like them?
GlenDavid.
I got a number. How do you like them apples? It's gonna be the podcast of bad accents from me.
It wouldn't be the first one.